The port town near Thoria City on Thoria and the Hunnam Sea is where we wake and begin our journey. A thick Dilaxian dew washes across the savannah, covering everything in sight as the twin suns start their rise, painting a violet dawn. A rustic sludge forms on many ships anchored here in the slumbering plains. Crews wake and start cleaning the caustic mess. The cooks have begun their duty, and the aroma of iron and sausage grease fills the air. Vendors start setting up tents and unpacking merchandise. The port town called Helt has officially started its day. As the brother suns chase each other across the horizon, the dew starts vaporizing and the humidity is heavy. After moments, the dew is gone and the rust is left, moved into tiny spike-like formations on the hull of these ships. A Celtic blessing. In the waiting hull, the metal shades wind up as a Dilax screams echo throughout the land. Everyone in the barracks wakes up and starts gathering their belongings. You all look at your ticket to recall the number that was given to you, AD 714. This is required to gain access to your new job on a ship. You must locate that ship by night or be left here on Athoria. And this is where we begin our journey. So, you guys are in a barracks. There are probably easily 200 people in here, everybody getting up, all sorts of races that are preparing their day, everybody gathering their stuff and heading out towards the door. Outside of these doors are a plethora of ships that have all been anchored here in the middle of these plains as a docking station. You guys aren't necessarily near one another, but you're looking for the each ship has like a plaque that has their number on it, and that's what you guys are kind of looking for in this sea of ships. So, who wants to start doing what?
So, Roy packs his stuff promptly early. He's an early riser. He would wake up a little bit before everyone else, and at this point, with all of his things packed, he is. I'm not gonna talk to anybody. Not really. But I am gonna do my best to try and find the plaque leading to the ship that I am now well, I'm going to be a member of, I should suppose.
Okay. Do you want to do a perception or a investigation check?
Let's do an investigation check. No, it'd be a perception check because I'm just looking around. Just a general glance. Only a 10.
Okay. You don't immediately find it, but you do see. So it's A through Z, obviously, and then A through Z again. So you do see one that starts with A, and another like a row of them that have A in them. So you start down that way.
Yeah, I'll go down the list.
Okay.
Yep.
Chonk, what are you doing?
I'm going to. I'm guess I'm sauntering around. I'm not in an exact hurry. I imagine I got a little bit of time. I don't want to be in a rush, anyways. So I'm being my cat self and gonna be wandering around trying to find my way there. But just kind of taking in the atmosphere, I guess.
Okay. I need Dipper and Lucas to both make a D4 check. So roll a D4. Add nothing to it.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
3.
All right. Dipper, as you are walking, you accidentally step on a furry creature that is simply stretching. Chonk, you are attacked by a foot of someone. Probably not hostile, but it is painful.
I'm gonna
How do you
expose
handle
my
that?
belly. And if they move their leg towards me, I'm going to latch on and kick with my feet.
What do I
Okay.
so I look down and what exactly do I see kind of
Oh,
moving?
you You're seeing this orange fluff ball exposing its belly to you. It's I am my namesake. I am quite chonky. And fluffy. So you just have this cat giving you these sad eyes, exposing its belly, like you just did me a disservice.
Oh,
And I don't know why I'm under attack.
oh my goodness. A poor and helpless and defenseless creature. How could I have done such a harmful thing? Are you lost? Do you not know where your home is? And I will put one knee on the ground and I will go to like check your head, see if there's any scratches or any scuff marks or anything, not realizing that I didn't step on your head at all, but I'm just like checking behind your ear and stuff.
You'll probably see my ticket sticking out of my collar.
Oh, hey, you've got a tag. This will be really easy to find who you're looking for. And I'll look at the ticket. Like, I literally just grabbed the ticket from him.
It's the same ticket as you.
Well, hey, I show him my ticket. Little guy, whoever owns you must be going to the same place I am. Why don't you tag along? And
how much can you carry, sir?
I mean,
Oh god.
I mean, I got a plus.
So I'm going to climb up on your shoulder.
I've got a +1 strength, so
I think you'd be able to handle a cat on your shoulders.
So for context, as I stand back up on my knee to brace myself for this, you notice a kind of heavy set and rotund halfling.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wearing like some very light brown burgundy pants. He's got a few little cloth patches stitched in where there used to be holes, and a really nicely made belt holding it, like barely holding it to his belly because he's just a lot of halfling. Yep. And he's got like a rough white shirt and some blue buttons on the cufflinks and up the middle of this collared shirt. And he's just got really pudgy cheeks, and his eyebrows are really big, and he's got this big poofy kind of almost pompadour on top of his head. But he's just this small chunky guy, and he's carrying a little 3-pronged fire stick poker over one shoulder, and it's got a little cauldron on one of the hooks, and it's got a ladle in it, and it's steaming. And on the other third prong on the other side is got like a little red handkerchief, which you could assume is where he keeps all of his stuff. So you're trying to climb on this guy, and I'm trying to like hold you with one arm without dropping my other stuff. Oh man, hang on, I got you. Okay, now don't let go. And I start slowly hobbling my way towards the docks, because I know bare minimum that whatever ship I took onto this planet is gonna be near other boats that I'm probably gonna use to get off of this planet. So I start heading that way with this big old cat on me.
Yeah. Lucas, how are you starting your morning?
As Lucas kind of steps out of this bunkhouse where we all are, he's a lot shorter than a lot of the folks, so he has to kind of wait for a lot of them to disperse. But this little topaz-colored kobold in a very, very worn and dirty like lab coat and a set of like jeans and a button-up shirt, but it just looks destroyed. And he kind of looks up at all of the different ships, and for just a moment, he almost seems just like a little bit starstruck, just kind of like letting his eyes flick between before he kind of like bites himself, looks down at his ticket, pulls a jar out of his lab coat and unscrews it and pulls a mushroom out and just quickly throws it into his mouth and starts eating it, or kind of slinking towards the direction he believes the ship to be.
Roll me a D100.
Absolutely, I will do so. Honey, let's go. As a 19.
You notice no effects besides the usual. Um,
He gets a little bit more of like a tick, a little bit to kind of be looking around, a little paranoid, but he's just kind of trying to make his way towards the ship.
yeah. Okay. You guys search. Gustavo, who is a bit ahead, uh, who has found a decent path. He's at least on the right path. To begin with, a little closer down. What type of person is Gustavo? Does he get distracted by other things happening around him? If he's focused on this, would he focus on that? Or
So for the most part, Roy Gustavo is a pretty tall man. He's 6'4". However, he's slight of build. Not to say almost gaunt, but muscularly gaunt. Like he's got muscle on him and he does eat, but he definitely does look a little hollow. Bags under his eyes, short black hair, piercing blue eyes, a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow going on. Looks like he hasn't slept very well recently. And as he's making his way down, um, for the most part, he's not really distracted. He's just making his way down. However, any loud noises, especially like if there's a loud bang relatively close to him, absolutely like he'll jump out of his skin. Visibly, like kind of take a second to look around, like, oh, and then after a moment he'll continue his search. But mostly, he seems a little skittish.
during the first hour of searching for the boat, that would have happened probably twice,
Yeah.
2 or 3 times. Nothing major happens at this place. This port town's relatively safe. But I'll take another check from everybody. Investigation or perception. Okay. Chonk, what'd you roll?
17.
17. Having the height you've never had before while walking around, you are able to pick up a distance away, either something that says AP or AD or AO, something like that. So you can do with that information as you want. In a second, Dipper, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Honestly, it's hard to see. You've never had this much hair, except maybe in your 20s, and this was it's a physical experience to say the least. To balance this cat and your stuff on your head while you move. Lucas, what'd you roll?
18.
18. Yeah, you narrow it down to AP or AD, these two rows that you could choose from. And give me a second. Was 18 the highest?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. You find an adventurer's pack on the ground. You can choose to keep it there or take it with you.
Does it seem like anybody is extremely close to it?
There are people all around it, not paying attention necessarily, trying to get to their ships.
Yeah, if he can kind of, he'll do it. He wants to kind of be sneaky about it, so he'll just
Sure.
kind of like
Give me
while
stealth.
walking past, just kind of like pick it up as he goes.
Okay.
What check did you say?
Sleight of hand. Sorry.
Dirty 20.
Hey, yeah, that is your bag. If anybody was watching you, it would look natural. You've always had it. So yeah, you have the adventurer's pack with you. Roy, what'd you roll?
I got an 11.
11. This series of ships, after going down, doesn't appear to be fruitful. So you take the next sort of column and start working your way through that one. I need everybody to roll a d4.
Boop, boop. Roy got a 2.
Chonk got 4.
Dipper got a 3.
And Lucas got a 1.
Right. So, as everybody's walking in there, about a half hour or so, um, Roy, you were approached by a half orc gentleman who says, "Hello, have you seen my bag?" And he's eyeing you down like he doesn't trust you.
A bag?
Yes, my bag.
I gesture to literally everyone around us. Sir, if you left your bag somewhere, that's your own fault. As you can see, and I gesture to I have an old military rucksack on my back. I've only got this one here.
He looks at you dumbfounded by your answer and he says, "Is it in your bag?"
No.
He kind of tenses up like he expects a visual show and tell.
Just kind of raise my
This
eyebrow at
time,
him.
you do see a small little kobold walking with a fresh bag on their back. Not necessarily you know, out of the possibilities of what could happen, but historically, um, kobolds and humans don't necessarily have the best relationship. They would be known as thieves or scavengers, and sometimes up to no good.
Look, where were you staying?
He points to the place you came from.
Why don't you go back that way and check the bunk? I'm sure that's where you left it.
Give me a persuasion check.
13.
Yeah. He thinks for a second, still looking at your bag, but he kind of gives up. He starts to turn. Now, a split second kind of pops up. You see him start to turn to where he would make clear contact with Lucas. So you can make a decision on whether you want to do something or let that play out.
I don't know this kobold.
Okay. He turns, he looks at Lucas, and he just says, "Hey!" And everybody stops in their tracks. Lucas, you stop in your tracks. Or do you continue walking?
Yeah, he would continue walking. He's just kind of like sitting there muttering to himself as he walks. He doesn't really notice, as other people have kind of not stopped paying attention.
Okay. As you continue walking, you do bump into the person in front of you as
Oh.
everybody has stopped moving.
I just kind of immediately look up. Sorry about that. Sorry.
And you shuffle past them?
Yeah.
Okay. A storm coming or something, maybe. It sounds like thunder off in the distance. And then it kind of clicks like perhaps danger because it sounds like it's getting louder and louder. And if you do the math, then maybe potentially it's getting closer to you.
Then at that point, yeah, he'd look to see what's coming at him.
Okay, about 10 feet away from you is an orc standing probably about 8 feet tall, thick boy, pointing at his or a sack that is on your back.
Can I help
And he
you?
says, "Yes, give me my bag back."
This isn't your bag. This is my bag.
"No, that's my bag.
You have any proof that it's your bag?
My name's on it, inside."
I am going to hold on. Oh, I would not be able to do
At
that.
this point, a circle kind of emerges with the group. A wide berth from this orc. Gustavo, do you continue walking?
Yes.
Okay.
Lucas will just kind of like look up, one crazy eye out, just kind of like, all right, well then you guess you should find a bag with your name in it.
And he's going to try and grab you.
I would like to dodge.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever check that would be.
Yeah, we'll do you can do athletic or acrobatic.
We'll do that acrobatics one.
15. Does 18 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. What'd you roll?
I rolled an 18 plus 3.
Oh, Okay, cool.
I got very lucky on that.
Yeah, so he tried to grab you and you dodge out of the way. Are you staying there? You running? You walking?
Yeah. I just immediately start dashing.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you are frantically running away from this guy, going full speed, full speed. You lose him, you lose him. Boom. Not Chunk. Dipper. You feel a back pain that you feel almost every morning that you wake up, where it's just kind of knotted, it's kind of annoying, but it as your back is speared by a kobold on accident. And I need a acro. No, we'll do a athletic check to see if you can keep the chunk on top of you
Oh
and not
god!
fall over.
Oh god! Oh, 6. I rolled a 3 plus 3, 6. Oh my god! Oh Jesus, my back.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you fall over, and Chonk lands on his feet. And yeah, you let's see. I'll take a I don't know, a con check from sorry, a lot of new names. Lucas, to see if you stay standing up or if you fall to the ground. DC 10.
And a con check.
Yeah, saving throw.
Or saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, you're good. So the only one on the ground is the is Dipper.
Do I happen to have any of my spellcasting abilities right now?
Not at the moment. I mean, anything verbal you would have, but no somatic components or material components.
No materials. Okay. I would, in that case, I would use them absolutely as a distraction and just see if I like them falling and Chonk being much, much wider than I am and a bit taller. I'm going to see if I can use that to my advantage to kind of duck out of the way.
I'm on all
Okay.
fours, sir.
What was that?
I'm on all fours.
And I'm only 3 feet tall. I can go on all fours.
I
too,
mean,
buddy.
I'm half that. I'm half that
Yeah.
size on all fours. So
Dungeon Master, what happened to my cauldron full of hot soup?
That's a good point. Yeah, that would some of that would have landed on like we'll say your left leg. Some of it would have poured out on your left leg. About a third of it would have poured out onto the ground.
No! No! My
I want
soup!
to eat it.
I will turn around and see what all the hullabaloo is about.
Okay, we'll do two things. I'll get a perception check from you, and I'll get a stealth check from Lucas.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
That's not good.
Okay, you see him. Yeah, and he has some soup on him, but like not enough to burn him.
That's my soup! As I get up and start pushing him. I will shove him.
I'm literally just eating the soup.
I don't know how that works, but I will definitely
Okay.
shove him.
Yeah, roll me an unarmed attack.
Okay. Does a 14.
A 14 would hit.
Okay, so yeah, you take 0 damage, but you're pushed back like 4 feet. I'll take a dexterity check from you, Lucas, to see if you fall prone.
Right. 10.
You fall prone on your butt. You're on your ass.
Ow, fuck.
Man, this is good soup. You're not supposed to waste it. And now I have to clean my pants.
As he's saying this, I am paying no attention to him and am instead keeping my eyes out for the orc.
So you see the orc because he's taller than everybody else, but he's not coming in this direction. He's looking around at the moment, peering.
I'm going to. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to start picking up my stuff and making sure everything was good again.
I am going to help you with that, and while I do, I'm going to just whisper to you, hey, want to know something cool? I can absolutely help you with your soup and making it 100 times better. Like I can keep it heated for you, but I need you to help me and stay right behind me, okay?
And like he stops, and the face somebody would make when trying to understand the concept of rocket science, like actual rocket science, comes across his brow. Like, this man is literally trying to do trigonometry, and the question is 1 + 1. And he's doing what you're asking him to, but not in the way that you would have expected from any competent person to do it. So, like, if I
Like,
but-
Lucas tries to walk forward and sees if he like follows behind him.
and like I'm keeping like I will do what he's doing. like but I'm like trying to think of how could a more soup and hot soup and so yeah.
Oh my god. Lucas gets immediately infuriated. Is there rocks on the ground?
Yes. There'd be a few here and there on the ground.
He's gonna pick up a rock, and I'm going to imbue it with the sound of Lucas shouting obscenities. And I want it to go off as soon as it hits the ground.
Throwing this where?
As far back the way I came as possible.
All right, give me a throwing check.
I'm assuming like a dex attack roll kind of thing.
Sure, that works.
Proficiency or not? Is it simple?
It's simple.
Oh, cool. I'll take the advantage. 16.
16. Yeah. It whizzes by somebody's head that like just walks in front of you, or walks past you, and it goes off in the distance, and then you just hear, and the orcs. You see the orc's neck snap in that direction, and he starts quickly making like just pushing people, like 4 people at a time with each arm out of the way, as she starts moving in that direction.
I will look back down to Orion. All right, grab your cat. Let's go. Come on.
I've made up my mind. I will follow you if you can give me more hot soup.
All right.
Where are you
let's go.
going?
We gotta go this way.
Okay, 1 second. And I go and I pick up the heavy cat with like one arm like under his torso. Like, come on, buddy, we gotta go. Stop eating the soup. I can get you more.
Do you stop eating the soup or do you stay?
I let this happen.
Okay. All right, you guys start making your way. Curious thing, Roy. As you're walking, trying to stay out of this drama, a rock lands near you, and then you just hear as you turn around, and an orc is approaching you once more.
Sigh. Just gonna keep walking. Just gonna keep walking. I'll turn and I'll begin to walk. Yeah.
Okay. As he approaches the circle, he looks around. He says, "Where is he? Where is he?" And this, you understand when an orc starts to become irate, like hyper frustrated by not being able to resolve an issue. And this guy's getting to that point where he's probably going to start lashing out. But he starts sending out orcish curses and screaming and almost foaming at the mouth. At this point, the band of 3 would also hear and notice this. Like Chonk, you would see this, and Dipper, you would also see this now.
Man, some people got problems.
Do I see any guards?
Not on the ground floor, like not in the planes themselves. At the ends of the aisles, if you kind of like visualize it like that, there are small towers that have like 2 or 3 guards on them each. But they don't seem to be interested in doing anything down here.
Well, shit.
So he reaches and picks up a guy who's trying to like make his distance. and he starts screaming at him. Like, I mean, his head is inches away from this other guy's head, who you have already seen. Like, he's already soiling himself. Like, two arms around him, clutching, his fingers touching, while he like circling this guy's whole body. His arms kind of down to his side, can't move. And he says, "What?" And then he throws him.
Oof.
All
All right.
15, 20 feet away.
All right. Who's around me right now?
People.
Yes.
I mean, people
Yeah.
like backing up. Like, everybody's kind of making a wider and wider circle, and he's just kind of flailing around, like looking to see if anybody has a bag on them.
Does
He doesn't
anyone
seem
have
to
a
notice you again.
Does anyone have a weapon by chance?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple people who have like simple weapons at their side. Nobody's reaching for them, but yeah, he's a. But yeah, there's like swords, daggers, that kind of stuff.
I'll turn. Is one of these random people close to me by chance?
Oh yeah, you're surrounded by like probably 6 or 7 people at the edge of this circle. That's kind of widening and widening.
I'll turn to whoever's to my right. You got something I can borrow?
He backs away from you immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
like looking at you, like that look where you're like, "What the fuck did you just ask me?" And then backs up, like starts to. You don't even see him anymore. He's disappeared more into the crowd.
Well, no one wants to deal with it, so I guess I'll have to deal with it. And I'll walk out into the. I'm sure there's a clearing around this guy as he's floating on.
Yeah.
I'll walk out.
How far away are we from him?
About 20 feet as a young man hits the ground, sort of probably 2 feet from your feet.
Hey,
A big thud.
hey man, are you okay? And I set Chonk back down and I put the cauldron on the ground. I'm like, hey man, don't eat all of it and use the can't use the ladle? I don't know. Just leave me some, okay? And then like I turn to see if the guy's hurt or anything.
You do notice like probably a dozen teeth, like kind of sprawled out in front of him. His head's down.
No, that's not good at all. I start picking up some of the teeth and I roll him over and I do this weird thing where I kind of like put his teeth back in his mouth, and it's like a little tricky at first, but once I think I've got something pretty good, I'm going to use all 5 hit points on my lay on hands ability, and I'm going to heal this person 5 hit points.
Okay.
And see if the teeth reattach.
As you lay your hands on him, and the magical energy coalesces to his body, you hear, and he kind of adjusts himself. He folds over and looks up to you and says, "Thank you." And he smiles like almost like a sad smile. And these are some crooked looking fucking teeth now. But they're not falling out. But definitely that was an incisor that you put in the front, and his 2 front teeth you're noticing are the back lower jaw, but he's doing okay.
So you're probably gonna have a headache tomorrow, and I don't know if you've got insurance, but you should go see a dentist. What happened?
And then you hear a scream as the orc had grabbed a girl that was walking by and grabbed her by the arm and started yelling about his bag. At this point, Roy would have stepped into the ring.
Oh, the moment he grabbed a gal, little dipper, he'd go running in. So Roy's got this short little halfling fellow running up next to him.
Okay. What the other two? What are you guys doing? Chonk and Lucas.
I'm eating. I have
Okay.
no interest in street brawls. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It doesn't really involve me, and I'm still facading, so I don't want to blow my cover yet.
Okay.
Lucas will give me 1 second. I think I can do this. Yeah. Lucas will go ahead and duck behind a box and open the bag and just see if he can see the name inside.
The name is sorry. Kadam Camus. Yeah.
Okay. Lucas will think
It's
over it for a second and kind of like, okay, and then try and use magical tinkering to using a few different things like different text and whatnot. Do his best to make it like cover it over like a really bad tattoo over job, but
I'll
make it say
say this,
Lucas.
that it's not an orcish name.
Okay. Do I recognize what kind of name this would be?
Probably human.
Yeah. Still, I am going to cover it up for the time being and make it
Okay.
just say Lucas instead in big letters to cover up the actual name.
I imagine like a first grader's like all capitals.
Yeah, exactly.
That's into it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Dipper, you run into the circle. At this point, Roy, you would see Dipper join you. What are you guys doing? Currently he's like he's turned away from you guys. He hasn't noticed you. Your challenge, anyway.
Hey, you!
His head talks.
Put her down or put up your dukes. And I take like a Popeye the Sailor Man stance.
Okay. He turns around and he drops her, and she kind of scurries back into the crowd, and he says, "Where's my bag?" And at this point, you see like his eyes are bloodshot, and he is foaming at the mouth.
I'll walk up right in his face. Get up and, well, close as I can to his face, right? And I'll glare daggers at him and say, "None of us have your bag. You calm down right now." With as with as much of the old ranger as I can. Natural 20 for a 22.
You see him take a step back, and you're wearing insignia for the Ranger Corps?
No, my old insignia is on my bag though. It's a little dinged up, but it's still recognizable.
Okay. So maybe his eyes lock with that at the same time as with your tune, and he says, he does step back, and kind of you see he's not aggressing with you guys like he was, but he's definitely re-evaluating the situation because now he has people, and you start to hear snickers in the background, people giggling and laughing, and you start to see his head kind of spin a little bit, and because like his posture changed to where it's like, okay, I'm done with this, but now the crowd is starting to snicker, and it is here, like you can hear it.
I'll turn to the crowd and say, "And you all, get out of here. Show's over. Bunch of leeches."
And they start to spread out. Nobody wants the smoke. And he says, "Well, I'm going to look for my bag." And he starts to head back towards the hall, the barracks.
I'll stare at him for a good 3 seconds as he walks away, and then I'll look down to the little guy who came up with me.
And I lower my arms and kind of like check my shirt, make sure it's not, because probably as soon as I lifted my arms even a little bit, it like went up past my belly. So I'm getting myself situated again. Man, some people ought to know that each dock has a lost and found. Man, I look up at you. Thanks for having my back there, friend.
I was going to say the same thing.
Well,
I'll put my hand out to you.
I
Name's Roy.
put my hand up to him, shirt coming up over the belly again. My name's Dipper Orion. The pleasure is all mine.
Well, good to meet you, Dipper. Good luck with whatever you're doing. I got a ship to catch.
I do too. It's a shame that guy wasn't missing a cat. I have a cat that's not mine. A bag, though, I don't know about that. But, where's you heading? And I show him my ticket. I'm looking for this one.
I'll look at the ticket, and my eyebrows will go up a little bit. Well, shit, Dipper. Looks like we're going to the same place.
Maybe you could help me find the guy who lost his cat. The cat has a ticket, too. I left him
The
over.
cat has a ticket?
Yeah, I left him over there with the guy who spilled my soup. And I point over to where I last saw Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas is
followed
no
the
longer
finger.
there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Is the cat there?
the cat is there, eating soup,
Oh.
finishing it up.
No! And I start running off. I told you not to eat all of it. I get to how much is left in the cauldron. I
There's
try
nothing left.
I try to push him over.
So head halfway in the cauldron as he pops it off. There is soup entangled, or not entangled, but that has dampened his head fur, and it kind of sticks out like spikes now. But no, that bowl is clean.
Oh my goodness. I defeatedly pick up my cauldron and my little fireplace poker and put things back on. I grab a little bit of cloth and I start cleaning his face off, and I'm like, man, whoever lost you is neglectful. They should be feeding you more. Otherwise, I would still have soup left. Don't worry, buddy. Once we get back to where you need to go, we're going to make sure you eat every day.
You have my undying loyalty, but I don't say it. I just rub up against you.
How could I stay mad at someone like you? You're a good cat. All right, let's go. Oh, this guy here's Roy. Roy, I don't know this guy's name, but he's missing.
You know that's a tabaxi, right?
What? What's a tabaxi? I mean,
I'll glare at the cat,
I've
but
seen a
I
calico.
won't say anything else.
I've seen a calico before, but I've never seen a cat this big. He's probably the same size as me. He's really,
Yeah, I bet he
really-
is.
really heavy.
A quick question for God.
Sure.
I'm looking at. You said it was an explorer kit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and rifle through real quick, and from the mess kit, does the mess kit have a knife in it?
What mess kit is for food?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have a butter knife.
Is the fork sharper?
Yeah, fork would be sharper.
Yeah, I'll take the fork out and just kind of keep it in my pocket, and then I'm going
Nice.
to walk out from behind the box. Hey, Dipper! It's still going this way?
How do you know my name?
You already said it?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Were you in the crowd too? That's probably why I couldn't find you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, where are you guys headed? I'm headed this way. And
Well-
I am just eyeing out for wherever the orc is, but not seeing. I'm just staying paranoid.
Well, I don't know if I'm headed that way. I might be. It depends on where this ship is. And I pull out my ticket.
Lucas
So-
will kind of furrow the eyebrows, pull out his own ticket, compare. Oh, shit.
This-
Same ship, huh?
All of
Shit.
us are going on the same boat. How about that? Is
I'll
this your
the
cat?
kobold a little suspiciously and say, "Yeah, how about that?"
I will. Is your cauldron still out?
Yeah. I mean, it's on my fireplace, Poker. On my shoulder.
I think we saw our row for ships over that away.
Oh. Okay. Well, if you know where it is, lead the way.
Does he tell the truth?
Insight check.
Let's find out. Where's the insight button? Where's the insight button?
It's
Hang on.
It's right under.
There it is. Ta-da! 19.
Do I need to roll?
Are you lying, or is this a educated guess with your previous roll? Are you trying
Yeah.
to like just go in an opposite direction of the orc?
No. I'm trying to go towards where where our boat is.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Nah, it seems like he's telling the truth.
Well, you seem like you know where we're going better than the rest of us, so lead the way.
And Lucas will
And
kind of hold on to the fork in his pocket, just keep looking out, but head in that direction.
you guys eventually do find your ship. As you guys have spent the last probably 2 hours looking, right? Total of 2 hours. So an hour since this thing. There's amazing ships here, immaculate ships. There are like works of art. There's the craftsmanship on some of these is amazing, extraordinary. The one you guys roll up to is not that. This looks like a ship that has almost no miles left in it. This is a beat up ship. The crew on it, who are kind of just lounging, look near pathetic. No life in them, no energy, no sort of care or quality to them. And the ship itself doesn't even look like seaworthy, to say the least. It's anchored here, so it somehow got here, but it doesn't look safe. I mean, there's like portions of the hull that are just missing, just holes. And I mean, like there are like cats and dogs that are kind of chasing through there and popping out the other side, and doing the whole thing. Like at some parts, there's moss that has grown on the bottom of the ship, like attached to the ground. It's been here for a second. But yeah, this is where you guys approach. And the name of the ship, which is so it has like the letters that are kind of bigger, so you can see them from a decent amount of distance. And underneath is the name of the ship, and the name of the ship is the Sunken Hollow. And you're greeted by what can only be described as like a meth head, crazy eyes, thin, crazy, wiry hair. Sores kind of popping up on the left side of his body, clothes in tatters, smells strongly of BO. I mean, like potent. Not like I missed a shower, like I missed what is a shower. And yeah, he approaches you, says, "Hello, you are you the new ones? The fresh blood?" Teeth completely rotted out of his mouth.
I will look at my ticket and confirm the one on the side of the ship.
Yeah. It's the same one.
I want to insight this guy. I want to know if I can tell if he's with an affiliation. Who's he affiliated with?
Okay.
If right, nice 22.
22. No outward affiliations from his garments, from his ship, or his sails. Does not look like he has the best intentions for new people. Not like murderous intent, but like
No, we're
just the kinda,
we're merchandise.
yeah, you're a number.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and saunter on to the ship then.
Is
Okay.
that your cat?
Yes, it is. And he
Well,
smiles a big toothless grin.
I was gonna say you're not feeding him enough, but judging by how all of you haven't eaten much either, I think you've been giving him special treatment. You're a really good animal owner.
Of course, I'll cook him in something pretty good. I mean, cook something for him pretty good. Yes.
We're going to find like
And
a hidey hole in the walls inside the ship. There's no way anybody's eating me.
so
How tall
what?
did you?
This guy is lanky and tall. So he's probably like 6'5", but like 140 pounds.
I was actually gonna ask how tall Roy was.
I'm 6'4", so he's just a little bit taller than me, but he's far like if Roy looks thin and gaunt, but he's pretty well muscled. He's closer to 190.
Lucas will kind of like turn around and look up at Roy, and just kind of give him. I'm gonna give him the look, and just like, are you seeing this?
So this is the ship that we signed up for, huh? The Sunken Hollow.
This is the one you got. Yes.
Will this thing even fly? Looks like it got hit by a Torrentite raiding party.
Hmm. You you have a curious eye. Yes, we made some enemies. We survived though. And now with fresh blood we can get this vessel up and running in no time. And continue making plenty of treasure to go around for the lot of you and us.
Are you the
So,
captain?
if one of you knows, I am the captain. Yes.
Is he telling me the truth?
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be lying so far.
Hmm.
He
Well,
says, you, short one, can you handle yourself with a mop? And he looks towards you, Lucas.
Lucas kind of narrows his eyes, but gives a kind of then nods.
All right. You can mop the decks. They're filthy. You, human, um, you know how to, you know how to, you know how to cook?
Not really, but it's just cooking.
All right. Then I want to boil some water. Find the thing that walked in there. And he starts to whisper, kind of trying to stay out of earsight of uh, Dipper. And he says, "Get the cat. That's dinner. That's your job." And he starts to speak up to Dipper, and he says, "You know how to what? You know how to work with wood?"
no, but if you've got leather, I can make you really nice belts. I used to own my own business.
I didn't ask. Okay, grab a hammer, steal one from another ship, get some nails, and we have a little bit of wood that we can spare, and we'll patch up this side.
Captain,
Yes.
the I'll pull him. I'll gesture to the side a little bit.
He walks with you.
The cat is one of your crew members. You know that, right?
He leans in with a hot, breathy, stale voice, and he says, "I've eaten tabaxi before, and it's tough times." And he smiles and kind of pats your shoulder and kind of like jostles you a little bit.
I'm not cooking the tabaxi. If you want, I can go and find something out of town. I'll be back when I look back at the ship a little dubiously. We're not leaving at sundown, are we?
No.
I'll be back. I'll go get us something.
That
Captain,
works for me. Yeah.
I'm, I think I can find a hardware store, but is this gonna be paid for with company funds?
He leans in real close and he says, "You seem uneducated in the ways of the sea so far. Am I right with that?
Yeah, I've only been on like maybe 2 boats just to get to this planet.
All right. Here's what I need from you, explicitly,
Okay.
okay? I need you to steal me a fucking hammer and steal me some fucking nails so we can fix the boat. That's your job, buddy. All right? There's no funds. Just take and run. You'll get used to it. Mop boy, is there anything else you're good at?
Building.
You know how to build.
I'm an engineer.
Okay. An engineer. Boys, we have an engineer. And they all laugh. Good. Can you follow this fine gentleman? What was your name, halfling?
My name is Dipper. Dipper Orion.
Nice. And every time he says nice, it's a hot, breathy, stale, stenchy. Nice. And he says, all right, we have a plan. We'll meet back here at by dusk. We'll situate ourselves to prepare this ship in the morrow.
Captain,
Oh,
do you have
yeah.
a bow by chance, or maybe some rope?
I have a dagger I can lend you.
How about rope?
I have rope, yes.
Yeah, let me borrow some rope.
All right. Get this fine gentleman some rope. And they cut some rope off of the where the masts are, some of that rope.
Uh-huh.
They just start shredding it.
Great.
And they hand it over.
Uh-huh.
Probably
Okay.
like 20 feet, 20, 25 feet of it.
Lovely. So, just because I will mostly be gone for the day, I'm going to travel outside of town into the plains. I assume that the plains nearby, it's mostly like farming, grassland stuff.
It's all Savannah, yep.
Yep. So, I'm relatively familiar with this area, as this is where I grew up. I'm gonna go set a few traps for some animals.
Okay.
See what I get.
And
Lucas,
you too. Yeah.
I'm gonna start approaching other boats. I'm gonna start looking at other boats, and like any of them have any signs of hardware just kind of laying out and about. I'll approach like half-heartedly. Like my guilty conscience is starting to really beat up in my heartbeat, and I'm just like not happy about the situation.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand check. I'm gonna say because of the anxiety
Oh,
with disadvantage.
I am not taking a hammer yet, but I'll
Oh,
let
you're
you.
not. You're just eyeballing.
I'm trying to find like boats and kind of seeing what they look like and who's crewing them and if they've got their stuff out, and I'll approach.
Okay.
So
There would be like 2 or 3 ships that are also doing maintenance, that have kind of like the sawhorses out with a plank on there with tools on there, organizing wood to patch up their ships.
what are the names? What are the names of the boats?
One is the Firestorm. Another would be, and mind you, you have to get relatively close to read these names, like almost enough to like draw attention.
Yeah, that's
with
fine.
you engaged. Okay. Another one would be the Midnight's Way, and then the Drowned Vessel.
Okay, so I would reapproach the drowned vessel and kind of like scratch through my hair and kind of like sit there kind of like stepping back and forth like on my feet in place. Oh man, oh, and like at this point, I'm in my own head, so people are hearing me like have this like weird
Lucas, you hear all this stuff.
man, oh man, and then like I start approaching the hammer, and
Lucas is going to like put a hand on his shoulder. What are you doing?
I don't want to do it. It's
All right, would you like to know a little secret?
sure,
I'm going to tell you the most important lesson I've ever learned. All right,
sure.
if there's something that you don't want to do, and somebody's telling you to do it, stab them in the jugular.
I turn around and I walk up to the closest crewmate.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no!
You go up to a merfolk dressed in sort of like silver and black attire.
Excuse me, sir.
Head turns towards you.
Mm.
Starts to speak. You're not sure the language.
Oh, I don't know what you're saying. I hope it's not the same way around. What was the name of our boat again? The Sunken Hollow, or?
Yep, Sunken Hollow.
I hate to intrude upon you, but I'm a recent add-on to the Sunken Hollow over there, and well, they seem to be hit on hard times, and I was wondering if you'd be willing to donate a hammer and some nails so we could use what lumber we have to make repairs. I would gladly give it back to you before our voyage ends.
A sharp response is answered in a language you don't know, and they kind of point like get out of here, that kind of gesture, and then a bigger morfolk approaches from behind and says the same thing but louder and like with more emphasis on the gesture.
Uh, uh, and like I do that nervous thing where I'm like stepping in place really fast.
Do I recognize what they're saying?
What languages do you know?
Draconic. It says I have Draconic and Goblin, but I'd prefer it be Gnomish. It's just not allowing me to change it right now.
That's fine. No, you don't understand the language. You understand the context of the language.
Does it seem like they're just trying to... What does it seem like they're trying to do here?
Like, to get a stray cat or a stray dog off of their area.
I'm going
And then
to...
a third one approaches and says the same thing.
I'm going to fall very quickly to the back of Dipper, so we're back to back.
Okay.
And I understand that they don't know the languages I know, so I'm just going to kind of start growling at them.
A fourth one approaches. Speaking of growling,
Yep.
you are having a hell of a time in the walls of this ship.
I know they're planning on eating me, right? I heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
as
not
you
interested in that.
as you work your way through the ship, you eventually like break through. So imagine like if you're in this slit in the walls, when you step down, it breaks down into another room. You don't fall immediately, but you're able to see under there. There are a number of animals that are kept down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's whimpering whenever the wood kind of hits the ground.
Yep. It's time for a jailbreak, kiddos. I won't drop down.
Drop down. So yeah, you drop down, you land on your feet. And yeah, you notice probably about 7 dogs and probably like 6 cats kept
Any
in
of the
different kinds
crew?
of cages. No crew.
Okay. I'll start opening cages.
Sure. How are you gonna open them?
I got claws.
You're gonna try to pick the lock with your claws?
I mean, there's probably a key on the wall, right? I'm gonna look around. If there's check the locks. How are these locked first?
Your sort of standard lock with like a key lock.
Okay. Then I am going to look to see if they got a key. Probably
Okay.
hanging on a wall somewhere.
Give me an investigation check.
Sure. Investigation's awful, but we can do an 11.
11. You don't notice any key hanging on the walls, or on the ground or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I do. Then I would. Can I do a sleight of hand to try to pick the lock? Then
Sure.
sweet. How about
I'll
a 20?
Okay. I'm gonna say with disadvantage.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to say it before you hit it, but
Sorry.
13's
13
good enough.
on the second one.
You break a nail, but you get one of the doors open.
That's
For a cat or a dog.
Let's do a cat first.
Okay. They start purring at you,
Sweet.
and then they jump out of there as best they can.
Yeah.
They're looking for an escape.
Yeah. I'm on, gesture where I came from, I guess. I don't know if they can make it out or not. They'll probably have an easier time getting out that way.
They climb yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep at this for a while then.
Okay, you got one nail.
Yeah.
Broken.
Gonna try this again.
Okay, sure.
Another cat. Is that disadvantage again?
Yep.
Okay, 17.
Okay, it doesn't break, and you get another one out.
Sweet.
You got 2 free so far, 2 out of 6.
Let's try this again. Ooh, that one's gonna be bad. An 8.
8. Yep, broken nail, and the lock is broken.
Oh, fun. I'm guessing these are iron bars then.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, this isn't sustainable, so I'm gonna have to wander around, try to look for the key.
Okay.
And try to stay out of sight because I have no interest in being caught.
Yeah. So in this room, with these cages, there's no key so far. There is a door that leads out to maybe a hallway or another room, but that would be the only exit besides the hole you made to this room.
Yeah. So I'm gonna crack the door, try to get a glimpse outside of there.
Okay. There is a guy who is sleeping.
Sweet. All right. I'm all
kind of leaned back on a chair. He has the keys to his side. You would see.
Sweet. I like this. All right. So I'm going to sneak up to him. I'm gonna look around, see if there's anybody else in the room.
Okay. First of all, give me a stealth check.
Sure. How's a 9?
Yeah, you are very silent. You get probably about 10 feet from him, and there's a board kind of bows. Doesn't break, but it makes that squeaking sound. And he just kind of, and he starts to look.
I'm gonna splay out on the floor like a rug.
Give me
deception check.
A performance check.
A performance? Okay. 14.
He looks past you to the door. Would you have shut the door after leaving?
Yeah, I would shut the door.
All right. And he looks back to the little table in front of him with a dagger and some cards, and he says, "I'm drunk. Been drinking too much," and kind of tips his hat and goes back to sleep.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it a moment, and then I'm gonna try to get the key.
Okay, sleight of hand.
How's an 11? God damn it!
Yeah, you have the keys, and then as you have the keys, you pull them off of him, and you realize that there's like an elastic piece connected to his pants, and his pants kind of jut a little bit. And he says, "Ooh," and then it kind of falls back asleep. So you're holding these keys with this piece of elastic attached to him, and it's taut at the moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to untaut it a little bit, and I'm going to try to cut the string with my claws.
Okay, make an attack.
How's a 17 treat you?
17. Yep. So you cut the thing, and the rest of the elastic connected to him kind of falls down. And yeah, you have the keys in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak back into the room and start freeing some animals. I'm gonna
As you
leave the
turn
door open this time.
As you turn around and start walking away, you hear the click of what would like the cocking back of like a musket.
That's not good.
And he says, there might be two of you, and there might be two of my hands pointed at you. But if my dinner don't put back my keys, we're cooking early.
Uh,
And
that's quite the threat.
you would see him lean back in his chair, and his arms are swaying at you, or his arm is swaying at you.
I'm going to stand upright and be like, "You're drunk and tired. Go back to sleep."
Give me, give me a intimidation check.
Intimidation. God damn it! 5. Yeah,
All right.
5.
I need
When
you to
it
roll
matters.
I need you to roll me a d20
Mm-hmm.
-3.
-3. Well, that's not too bad. 16.
Does 16 hit your armor class?
It touches you.
All right. So glancing blow. We still doing that. All right. Now I need you to roll me a d6 +2 and take that damage.
Okay, so that would be 7.
Right? Does that knock
Now
you
I'm gonna
out?
bolt.
You're still alive?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I don't know how much health people have. I'm just going with it. All right. So you get it glances off of your tummy chunks, and do you drop the keys or you running with the keys?
I'm dropping the keys. I don't need them.
Dropping the
I don't
keys
need
and you're
them given
dashing
away.
out. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're dashing, and I'm gonna use my feline agility to get me double movement.
Okay. Are you gonna climb back up that hole?
No.
Okay. You go back into the room.
door's
You shut the
shut,
door.
so that door was shut, so
Yeah.
I was trying to go back, so I imagine that door's still shut.
Yeah. You hear him finagling with his gun.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there.
Okay. So you go into the room. Go back into the room. Are you shutting the door again?
Sure.
Okay. Shut the door. You're in the room.
I'm gonna
There's
try
one
to
torch.
jump up. We
Okay.
don't need to catch this place on fire, but I could snuff out the flame.
Okay. You gonna snuff it out? All right. It's dark in this room. You gotta go back up that hole.
Yep.
All right. Give me a athletic check.
Acrobatics? That's fine.
You're
18.
yeah. 18. Okay. Yeah. What claws you have left, you dig them into the side of this because the part of the wall that this lands on is like the curved part. So you're climbing, and eventually you're climbing like up where you're like how do I like inverted almost. So in your chunky body. So yeah, you dig your claws in, you eventually get to that area and the door slams open. Where the fuck are you? And he starts going off and interrogating the cats.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to lick my wounds.
Roy, as you start to head down to leave the town, you notice somebody following you, almost obviously keeping their distance, making the turns when you make the turns. A hooded figure, and they but they're keeping their distance.
Well, as they're trying to follow me, I'll slip into a back alley and try and sneak my way out. Ooh.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
I'm gonna use my ambush to give myself a superiority die
Okay.
to add to it, just in case. So I'm gonna add 2 to my stealth check. a good thing I did that because that's an 11.
Okay. So yeah, you go down this alley. You try to lose them into another place,
Mhm.
and about 5 minutes later, you notice them again.
Well, I tried. I'll go into another alley, duck down.
Okay.
Try and pretend to be sneaky like, but then I will wait in said alley.
All right. They eventually approach the alley, and they start looking around.
They will see
And
me looking directly at them.
They pause, and they say, "I would like to have a conversation."
I gesture into the empty alley.
And they approach. They pull down their hood, and it is a female tabaxi. Dark black fur with teeth that sparkle like a starry night sky. Um, she has a series of sort of purple and black sashes that are underneath this cloak, that are more noticeable when she kind of pulls her cloak apart to like kind of show like no danger. Her hands are free of anything. And she says, um, "I'm very intrigued by your tenacity this morning with
I'll
the
raise
orc.
my eyebrow at her.
I was impressed, and that takes a lot for me to be. I suppose you can look at this as a recruitment attempt, though um, I was trying to see how your habits would form throughout the day, but maybe a little too obvious in the open.
So you've
My
been
name,
watching me.
yes, I've been observing you. I figured whoever had the gall to go face to face with an orc like that, in the mood that he was in, um, they would have perhaps something to offer a team attempting to build something together."
Look, lady, I appreciate your recruitment spiel, but I just want to be a sailor. I've already been shanghaied into something that I thought was for me a long time ago, and I didn't like it. Don't want that to happen again.
I'm only offering you a potential position as a sailor. We move merchandise from one location to another location. And we travel, we look out for one another. And I don't know if you'll get the same sort of hospitality from the Sunken Hollow. It is rough. Not on the exterior alone, clearly not kept up by its people, but even their reputation. You've met them, so I assume you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they are. There's something, that's for sure. They wanted me to, and I kind of. Roy hesitates for a second. You know, let me hear your offer then.
My offer, and there's two of them. You can join our crew. You can take the position that fits you the best, and we can help you get better at that position with the expertise that our team can bring. We offer decent wages, and decent chances to visit any of the seas. It's a life of adventure, but not a life that dictates morality in such an extreme way. A sign-on bonus of 20 gold, and I'm willing to accept the other one that was with you, Dipper, I believe he mentioned. with a sign-on bonus of 20 gold as well.
That's generous. Really is. I like that little halfling.
Tenacious.
Uh, he's fun. But I have a condition.
Sure.
I'm going to take the other two as well. The new ones. I don't. Well, not that it's any of my business, but I'd rather them not be on that ship.
That's acceptable. I'm willing to take them.
All right.
The second deal would be your first job.
And that would be?
The assassination of the members of that ship.
Now, you've seen me. You see me going around, and I'm sure that you may or may not have noticed my old rucksack, but murdering in cold blood's not really something that I would say is a part of my repertoire.
I understand. It
Now, if
is
you were to tell me
vengeance.
that these people were, well, I don't know, wanted somewhere, that might change things.
They are wanted somewhere.
Is she lying to me?
Give me an insight check.
15.
15? No, not lying to you. Definitely picking her words carefully, but not lying. She says, we don't know each other, Roy, and I have followed you for a couple hours now, and we have observed your friends as well. I understand that that's not something in your group's character to just do that blindly, and I respect that.
That
It is
being
a
said,
family vendetta.
family.
Yes, my brother was murdered in cold blood. So
Was
this
he
would be
a
personal.
was he a member of this crew?
He was not.
But they killed him.
They killed him. It was a trade operation, and they killed him. And we never found the body.
Well, you're about as mysterious as you look, Miss.
My name is Nada. Nada Glintfang.
Miss Nada Glintfang. Here's what I'll tell you. As far as I'm concerned, based off of whatever morality I have left, as long as they're wanted somewhere, then you have a deal. The rest of them, I wouldn't really call them companions, but I'm sure that they'll help, considering the lovely welcome we received from the captain. However, I'll gesture to myself. As you can see, all I have is a little bit of rope, some supplies, maybe daggers, weapon, maybe a bow would be a boon.
Pulls out a bag. She reaches her hand to it, and she pulls out a short bow. One of these.
That would be a boon. I'll slowly come forward and take him.
She'll give you 20 arrows as well.
Okay.
And she'll give you a dagger. That will suffice.
Suffice for me. Do you have anything else? Maybe a club, another dagger.
She reaches in. She pulls out a small metal mace. I have this.
I'll take that because I'll need some help. And
Pulls out 2 more daggers.
I'll take them all.
Okay. Puts her pouch away. Also, I want this to stay between you and I. My involvement in this ploy.
Not a problem. I've never seen you before.
You should come to our boat afterwards. After the incident. It's J817, and it's called the Nightfall. I'll be waiting.
Sure, no problem.
It was nice to meet you, Roy. And she turns around and starts walking.
I'll start meandering my way back to the ship.
That point, you would probably hear the gunshot, and so would the other two.
I would
Also, the other two.
I would nervously look
There's like
towards
6 of these people like yelling at you guys now.
Yeah, the gunshot would just add to the anxiety, and I would turn towards the gunshot and be worried a little bit, and I would start running back towards the sunken hollow.
Okay.
I will follow closely after, but I'm going to run backwards and start shouting draconic obscenities at the merfolk while I run.
Okay. You guys approach the boat. You get to the boat.
What happened?
Oh, I'm a misfire. The captain's out there at the edge.
Is anyone
Did you
hurt?
get the hammers?
No, I got yelled at, and I couldn't understand what they were saying, and I'm very nervous, and and then he started yelling, and I couldn't understand him
All right.
either.
Did you at least get nails?
Did you get any nails?
Oh.
No, we didn't get anything, sir. I mean, but that's the first boat I tried.
Then go try another. It was a misfire. It's under control. Trust me as your captain.
Okay, Captain. And I'll turn around and kind of slowly walk away, defeated.
As he starts walking away, I'm just gonna look up the captain. Captain, I have a question. How many of us are there on our ship?
Enough to handle all the positions and more. So don't worry, we have enough people to do all the jobs. And make sure that we can fly.
Is he lying to me right now?
Give me an insight check.
No.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2 minus 1 for wisdom. A 1.
Nice.
I
no,
assume I'm
this
just
is
paranoid
fine.
from the shrooms at this point.
Yeah.
As I walk away with Dipper, I'm just gonna kind of mutter under my breath. I think we could probably kill all of them.
So I'm just gonna spend a good 20 to 30 minutes just pacing up and down this section of the docks, not approaching any of the boats, but being really nervous about it, hoping that anyone could save me from this situation I'm in.
As Roy Gustavo approaches you two.
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to look for them first.
Oh, Roy,
Dipper and you. I never got your name. Come here.
Thank goodness.
Lucas.
Please tell me you have a hammer or some nails, because I can't do it. I can't steal from anybody. It's wrong.
Yeah, I know. Come here. And I'll pull them to, I don't know, so it's like an air dock. There's a lot of people here. I'll pull them relatively aside. All right.
What's your name
Listen.
again?
My name's Roy.
Boy.
Right. So, Lucas. Here's Lucas and Dipper. I had someone approach me as I was heading out of town to get us some dinner, and apparently our friends on the boat and the captain himself aren't the most reputable people. They're actually wanted criminals. Now, for you, it seems like you would care about this a lot. I'll point at Dipper. Don't know about you. However, this one person, don't remember their name. They offered us essentially new jobs and a better boat than this one if we take him out.
Hey, you mean like kill them?
Yes.
Did you give us weapons?
I'll hand you a dagger, and I'll hand Dipper a mace.
Lucas's eyes just shine bright. Like he's a kobold, so like he has the lizard face, but like it gets a little bit whiter. Oh yeah, this'll do.
I don't know about this. I'm not good at like fighting anybody. I mean, I could throw hands. They're rated E for everybody, but I mean, I don't know, dude. I can't. I'm just not sure if I should have this. It might hurt people, you know. But
Are you the kind of person that doesn't like hurting people?
I mean, I could fight, but you guys said you want to kill these guys. Can't we just like turn them into the guards and?
No. Yeah, we could. You could knock them out.
Yeah, I could do that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to use that mace though. It looks a little pointy. Could I just use my and I like show my fire stick poker, my little trident. I could use this, and I can smack them with the side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and we could play like, oh man, I've never been like a cop before. I've played cops and robbers as a kid, like all the time. But yeah, okay. So like, how are we gonna do this? Cause like, if I show up again and I don't have a hammer, they're gonna yell at me.
Tell them that we've changed. Well, so here's what I was thinking. We're going to go up to the captain, and I've changed my mind. Catching something in the wild's too much. We're going to go find the tabaxi, and he's going to be dinner. Bing, bing. I'll give him the air quotes.
What?
We'll go find. No, we're lying to him.
Oh.
Yep. So we're going to go find the tabaxi. We'll arm him, and then we'll work our way from the bottom of the ship up.
Okay. But what's gonna keep him from telling us to go look for a hammer while you do that?
I will tell him that I need help because as he is a tabaxi and not a cat. Well, he's a cat person, but he's too much for old poor me to handle alone.
Okay. Yeah, you do the talking. I'll back you up. And like, I'll like stand behind him, like trying to not stick out, even though he's like a twig and I'm like a tree trunk.
Hey, by the way, Dipper, know that Roy just gave you that mace?
Oh no, he didn't. He tried to. I said I shouldn't take it.
Roy, can I have that for a second?
Yes, I'll hand it to him.
I'm going to look at Dipper. Got a hammer.
Yeah, that's right. It's a hammer now. Yeah. Okay, I'll take it because he'll give me
there
like
you
a.
Go.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got a mace now.
All right. Lead the way, Dipper.
Cool. So now I take the lead, and I'm happy as fuck.
As soon as Dipper is out of earshot, I am leaning into Roy, and I'm just going to whisper, I will have their guts for garters.
Yep, that's fine.
Captain.
Dipper leads the group.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. I have found you one better than a hammer. This is a mega hammer. And
That's very nice.
And I'm going to get started right now. And I start walking on the boat.
And did you get any nails?
Yeah. That's what these things are. And I like flick the pointy end. And I just keep walking. Like I'm like I just walk. I'm like I just gotta get on this boat. I just gotta get on this boat. Come on. Dude.
I'll turn around. Is there anyone on the dock or at all looking at us?
Not like from this crew or other crews.
From other crews or people passing on the dock. Is anyone even looking at this ship?
Nobody's paying attention to anybody.
Oh, great. I'll pull out my bow and shoot the captain in the face.
Okay. Make
I
an
would.
attack.
Yep.
I would like to ask, how far away from the captain are we?
You're
I assume
probably
we're going up the ship, aren't we?
yeah. He's leaned over on the ship. Like his upper torso and head is.
Oh, I gotta add the short bow to my inventory. Lol. Hang on.
Hmm.
Hold up. Add items. Short bow.
Got another
Add.
dagger, right?
Excellent. And I have daggers. A 1, a 2. I've got 2 of those left, and then I need arrows. Add. So I have 1. I've got more than that.
Got 20.
Okay. That's not gonna do that. All right. Yeah. So please equip set short bow. Equipment. It's added. Is in our actions now. Perfect. All right. Hiya! 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
5 damage.
5. Yeah. The arrow shoots like into his clavicle, and there's a look of shock on his face. One of the guys above like looks down and is like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then like 2 more guys on the deck of the ship start to slowly like get up from their position and try to scramble for a weapon. He's probably about 10 feet away from Dipper when this happens. So
Time to
now
go.
we will roll initiative.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Lucas is
man,
going. He's
We're
ready.
gonna fucking fire off. Let's go.
Do I need to roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Dipper is 16. Chunk. And what about Roy? Roy's 5. Okay.
No, Roy got 17.
17. What am I looking at? Oh, my bad. I was looking at your damage.
You
I got-
silly nilly.
I think I got 23, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Fuck yeah.
He's ready. The bloodlust is on.
I saw the shot, and I'm gonna take my own.
I was just looking. No one's paying attention to the stinky old ship in the harbor. So yeah, it's time to get to work.
Okay, first up is Lucas.
As soon as I see that go off, how close are the other 2 guys?
The other guys are kind of in the background. He is probably
they-
25 feet from you.
And
And
is he
they're-
within 20? Is he within 30 feet of the other guys?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm just going to open up my jaw and just shout at him. And when I do, I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
Okay. What do you say, and in what language?
It'll be Draconic, and it will just be the word die, die, die.
Okay.
I have to try and hit first. So, does a 12 hit?
Yeah.
Oh, thank Christ. Okay.
And this is the captain?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna roll. It's 2d8 plus 1d6, and if the d8s match, I should roll these one at a time because I don't want to do stupid shit. So here's the first d8. 6. That'll be for the damage type, and then I roll these 2. You got a 1 and a 5, so that's a total of 12 damage of the type poison. So I just let a poison bolt fire from my jaw and hit him in the face.
It hits him, and then he starts like puking profusely, and then he's puking blood and bile, and then he's dry heaving, and his like eyes start to like pour out with blood. Same with his nose and his ears, and then he slinks over the side of the ship, dead.
So he's dead.
Dead.
Okay. I am then going to sprint my ass up the deck, and I get within 10 feet of another enemy.
Can you? So
I have 30 feet of movement. Okay.
No. You would probably be, after moving like as far as you can, you'd probably be like 20 feet away from them.
Okay. In that case, I would instead like to use as much movement as it takes up to get up to the side of the ship, and then just start crawling up the ropes on the side of the ship, like up towards the mainmast
Okay.
just to get a little height. And then I'm going to end my turn.
All right. Chonk, you hear
Yep.
screaming above you, and the guy, you hear like the screaming of a cat below you.
Shit. God, I'm gonna regret doing this. So I'm going to try to go up, and if he's distracted, I'm gonna try to attack him. I don't think that's a sneak attack. I don't
The guy
even know if I
underneath
can
you?
do sneak attacks. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going back into the hole and approaching the guy beneath. Okay, you can get within like you can get into melee with him.
Okay. Okay. I'm attacking him then.
Okay.
God damn it. 9. He won't even know I'm attacking him.
9. A little out of breath from getting shot, climbing up, climbing
Mhm.
down, and then trying to hit this guy. He doesn't seem to notice you as he's like, "Are you the one who fucking took my keys?" Like he's screaming. So
Mhm.
he like barely like moves his legs out from like your fist as you go to punch. Don't you have like you have a bonus action to attack? Is that a monk thing?
Okay, yeah, bonus action. Yeah, I got a bonus action. That's a lot better. 24.
There
That
you
hits
go.
for sure.
All right, and for a whopping 4 damage.
4 damage. So, yeah, you miss your first punch, it was with your left hand, and you focus in on his kneecap, and you hear the snapping of like ligament as you make contact with the back of his knee.
That is
And he kind of
Achilles.
he falls down to a knee. He says, "Ah!" Jumps the cat. The cat scurries away. All right.
Did I get flanking from that?
No. Roy, you up?
All right. So describe the. So we saw the 2 guys scrambling. Is there one guy in like a crow's nest or something?
Yes, there's one guy kind of above and like in between two, not in the crow's nest, but like almost like a hammock. He's laying in a hammock in between two masts.
Okay. As I'm running up the deck and past Dipper, can I get within 80 feet of the guy?
Yes,
Yep. All right. I'll do another shot at him.
this is the guy that's above you, like
Yeah, the
in
guy.
the hammock. Okay,
Yes, correct. 24 to hit.
yes, hits.
Another 5 damage.
All right, this arrow slinks through his hammock where he's trying to adjust to get his own bow, and you see blood start to like bleed through this hammock as he's like ah. But
Great.
he's not dead yet.
Yes. I'll continue to make my way up onto the deck, and I
Okay.
get as far as I can.
Right. You would probably be you have 30 feet movement. You're probably like around 20 feet away from the other two guys.
Okay. Am I on the deck?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Cool.
All right. Who next? Dipper?
The guy in front of me, is he like gonna hurt me? Like, does he look like he's mad at me? Cause I would panic and be like, and then I would like, I would step, I would like use some of my movement to like run around him a little bit, and then I would cross through under his legs because I have that halfling ability. And then when I'm behind him, I would take both hands on my fire stick poker trident, and I would swing really wide at his legs and make an attack. And since
Okay.
I'm doing it two-handed, it's a D8 if I hit instead of a D6. Does a 18 hit?
It just hit. Yeah, it hit.
Yeah. It will do 7 damage, but instead of, I think it does. Oh, it does bludgeoning no matter what. That's really good. So I smack him on the side of his leg and hope that he stays down.
Yeah. As you smack his leg, you hear a crack. All these men look brittle and malnourished. But yeah, you hear the snapping of his leg, and he starts to scream out in pain.
No.
And it- Bone sticking out of his leg, and like part of it like slightly sprays you in the face.
And then I'll use the rest of my movement to start running towards the inside of the boat.
The one above is going to try to shoot Roy.
Uh-huh.
Does a 13 hit?
Yep. Just
All right.
barely. It
Is
is
it a glancing blow?
this is a glancing blow, yes.
Glance above. Okay, so you take half of one rounded down. So the arrow not pulled taut enough before released because of the panic in the sky. It sticks in your. Are you wearing leather armor or are you
No,
armorless?
I'm armorless.
No. Okay.
I'm in my basic clothing.
Yeah, it hits your basic clothing, your like shirt, and kind of gets tangled in that, but it doesn't go all the way through. So, like on your side, there's like a arrow that's sticking through your clothes, but not through you.
Uh-huh.
And he says, and then the other two are going to approach on the ship. One will approach Lucas, and he'll say, "I'm the new captain now," and he'll take his a dagger out and try to stab Mr. Lucas. Does 7 hit?
It does not.
All right. The other one will approach Roy, and he'll mimic the same thing. He'll say the same thing. I'm the captain. Does 10 hit?
10? No.
All right. So yeah, you dodge out of the way of that, and then Lucas, you're up.
I'm going to, after I dodge out of the way of that, I'm just going to kind of like cackle, and then I'm going to open my mouth again and say the draconic word for entropy and shoot a chill touch beam at the motherfucker in the hammock.
Okay.
Is a 15 hit.
15 hits.
Will take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. The red blood turns to black blood / ooze that starts to seep through, and he quits moving.
Yeah. And then I'm going to, since I started climbing into the ropes a little bit, I'm going to jump down. I get within 10 feet of both of these dudes that are attacking us head on.
Yeah.
I'm going to do so, jump in between. I'm going to look at Roy, and I'm just going to, at the top of my lungs, shout, "Let's fuck him up!" and draconic cry as my bonus action. So we have advantage on attack rolls against them.
Okay. All right. Will that complete your turn?
Yep.
All right. Chonk.
Yep.
That guy. So he's gonna turn to you with his broken leg, and he's gonna be like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
Hey, can he
He's
see
gonna
me?
start. He can't see you because there's no light in here.
Yep.
But you can cats see in the dark?
I think I got like, I don't know. I got dark
Tabaxi
vision.
should have dark
I have
vision.
dark
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah, I think so. But he's gonna look in the direction of the force that broke his leg, or his knee, and he's going to try to beg for mercy. That is his goal.
I'm going to slice his throat. I'm not food, and slice his throat.
You're just
With
saying
my
I'm not
claws.
food?
Yeah. I'm not food. Slice. And he's prone, right? So I got advantage on my attack?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Give me a second.
Jesus.
It's a D6 -1.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay. That's 7 damage.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
No, you rip his throat out.
Sweet. I'm gonna go get the keys and unlock the rest of these cages.
Easy enough. Yeah. When you release the dogs, there's no like effort to do anything. It's more like a natural respect that is bestowed as they head out.
Yeah.
But Roy.
Yeah.
You're up.
Right. I'll whip out one of the daggers. Kind of toss it between my hands. And then I'll try and get him. Oh, it's not equipped. It would be equipped. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Hell no. I actually I straight up just drop the bow and I'll pull out 2 daggers.
There we go.
Yeah. So I'm holding one in my offhand. I technically have 2-weapon fighting. When you're taking attack action with a light melee weapon you're holding in one hand, you can use bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon you're holding in your other hand. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage, the bonus on this attack. Yep. So yeah, I'll make one initial attack with 1 dagger against the guy who is tried to swing at me.
Okay.
First one's a 13.
And you get
With
advantage.
Oh, because we're getting them.
Is draconic correct?
How about a 16?
Yeah, that hits him.
First amount of damage is a 5, baby. Huh.
Has he been hit yet?
No.
No. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you stab him, and he kind of cries out in pain.
All right, offhanded attack. A 17 to hit for that one, and
That
then
hits.
this is just a D4. A 2. Additionally.
A 2.
Yep.
So yeah, this guy, you stab him once in the gut, he grabs it, and then you stab him in the same place, like through his hands into the same wound, and he kind of just falls over. He's not dead yet, but he's dying.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, I'll look back. Make sure that my back is to the small kobold, though it probably won't do too much.
Okay.
Yep. That was it. I'm also assessing. So there's only 2 more combatants on the boat currently?
There's one more that you can see. The other one up top, that blood, he has stopped moving, and the red blood has turned black.
Okay. But he's not. Does he look dead?
It's hard to tell because he's in a hammock, but nothing's happening.
Okay.
Like earlier when he was like moving around, you could see like it tussle back and forth, and then after Lucas's last attack, he had stopped moving.
Okay. All right. With that, I'll end my turn.
All right, Dipper, you're up.
I get inside the boat, and I kind of like wiping my face off. Like
As you
maybe
wipe your face, you see a guy probably 15 feet down a hallway.
I only have I have enough movement speed, so I is he armed? What's going on?
Yeah, he has a sword on him.
Seated, standing, drawn, stowed.
He is standing with a drawn sword, and he's looking right at you with a smile.
And I two-handed, and I run forward at him like I'm gonna impale him with the trident. So okay. I'm just like, I wish that was a natural one. Does a 10 hit?
It does not.
So instead of stabbing him, I like get one of his legs in between both of the pokers, and it hits the wall, and I'm just like right in front of him, like, and that's all I can do.
All right. We'll start with the. Did you guys kill the one that Dipper mangled?
No.
Nope.
Okay. He's just prone now with a broken leg.
Yeah.
All right. He is going to attempt to crawl off the ship to the best of his ability.
Does he go past me at all? Or
He
any
goes
of us?
past both of you.
Yeah, I'll lunge out and try and stab him as he tries to leave my area.
Okay.
I will do the same. And we still have advantage, don't we?
One. Yeah, and he's
Thank
prone.
God I have advantage.
Yeah, I got a 22.
I got a 16.
He is dead.
Okay. We just like turn and start stabbing this poor dude.
And then the one in front of Dipper is going to make an attack on him. He says, "No children on the boat," and then swings his sword. I think that hits.
Yeah, it hits.
All right. You'll take 6 points of slashing damage
Oh,
as he he rips the sword across your chest, hitting your arm in the process as well. I don't know if you've ever been in a combat situation like this, Dipper, but this might be the most blood you've ever seen of yours. But all right. And then I think there's one more guy on the top,
Right in front of me.
right in front of you guys. He is going to start begging. I never ate a tabaxi. I'm not like them. Spare me. That kind of thing. But yeah, Lucas, you're up.
As he says that, I'm gonna look to Roy, and I'm looking for approval.
For me,
Yeah.
as I'm looking at the begging man,
Yeah.
you see my eyes go distant for just a second, and just a little shake of the head, and I just nod.
I turn back the Gringo's ride. I will Draconic Cry again, this time though, just with like a full-blown cackle. And then I'm gonna jump on him with a booming blade.
Oh fuck.
I'm assuming an 18 hits.
Yeah.
That'll be 6 plus, and I'm sorry, I don't remember how this spell works at this low level.
If he moves, something happens.
Yeah. So I am only doing the 6 damage first.
Nice. So you do the 6 damage, and as you jump on him, his head and like chest make a pop sound, and he falls. Falls dead.
Remembering that Dipper ran that way, I'm going to then proceed to run down the way that Dipper was as far as I can. I only have 30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, you see the guy attacking him, probably around 20 feet down the hallway.
That's all I got though for now.
Okay, Chonk.
So I'm trying to find my way out of the ship. Do I see sunlight?
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Because I'm not leaving the same way as 13.
13. Yeah, it you find a series of paths that will lead you to the top. Actually, you would probably
Imagine it's not that
see
big of a
them.
ship, right?
No, it's a smaller ship. You would see them at the like the hallway with Dipper and this assailant. You after your movement is done, they're about 30 feet down the hallway from you. So opposite of Lucas.
Do I see more torches?
Yeah, there's plenty of torches lined inside here.
Anyone within arm's reach?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab it and throw it behind me and say, "These fuckers tried to eat me!"
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Okay. Roy.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure the guy. So this guy, who I downed, is he still alive?
They're all dead now.
Okay, so he's dead. I'll very quickly go over to the edge and kind of look over. Is anyone paying attention to the ship?
Give me a perception check.
12.
No. Nobody nobody's paying attention to the activities that you guys are doing right now.
Okay, cool. I'll make sure that the captain fell. Did he just fall like into the?
He's slumped over.
Yeah, I'll pull him back over.
Okay.
So just kind of pull him back over, do another quick glance around, and then I'll use the rest of whatever I got movement wise to start heading below decks.
Okay. You get to where Lucas pretty much is, and you see the assailant down the hallway.
Okay. Was that perception check my action?
I would say so.
Okay. Could I have said I scooped up my bow and put it back in the quiver? Okay, yeah, so that's the thing slung. I still got my daggers out though. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. That's it.
All right. Dipper.
So at this point, everything's tunnel visioned for Dipper. He's been in fights before, but he's never been around people who can't settle things with words or like a fisticuffs argument. And so this is like where the fight or flight kicks in and like instincts have taken over because he can't be frightened. It's just in his blood. And so any qualms he had about, the morality of things has like shut off. He's on survival mode and he goes for a stab straight up at the guy with the trident. And that would be an 11 to hit.
11 does hit.
Okay, so that would
Just
be
barely.
that would be 4. So if it's a glancing blow, it'd be 2. But it's like right up towards his face, neck, because I'm short.
Okay. Yeah. You swing up. How much damage have you done to this guy so far?
Nothing. This is the first
Nothing.
hit.
Okay, yeah. So it like pulls off part of his left ear, and he kind of screams, and the same kind of fight or flight kicks in with him now as he's experiencing a tremendous amount of pain. But yeah, anything else for you? You have ear on your poker, by the way. Let it be known.
I mean, I have the same 2 I've been fighting, but none of my things are light. I will take a quick jump backwards, so I will be leaving his threat radius. And
You take 6 points of damage.
okay, I'm still up,
Oh.
but I'm looking.
How close are you?
I'm looking pretty bad.
Okay.
But I jump back, and then I have a total movement speed of 25, so I get 25 feet back down this hallway, and I just like ready that trident up at him, and yeah, that's it for me.
Lucas, there's nothing in between you and this assailant.
I look at the assailant for a second, and I look at Dipper, and then I look to Roy, and I just go, Roy, take the shot! And I'm going to grab Dipper by the shoulders, swing myself around to the front, and I'm going to go, trust me on this, okay? And I'm going to, in Draconic, say, reconstruct. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
For Max, get fucked. 11 points of healing.
Yeah.
The wounds that you have taken just seal up.
Yeah, I am 1 shy of max, and like it's starting to get clear back in my head, but like I'm still mentally not all there yet.
Understanding that, he's gonna give you like a pat on the shoulder. It's like, hey, you're good, we got this. And then turn back to look at the motherfucker at the end of the hallway. And then I don't have anything else for my turn.
Okay. Chonk.
Oh, I'm attacking this asshole.
Okay.
So I'm going to charge up to him, and I'm going to use my cat claws to attack him.
Okay. I'm okay with advantage because you're behind him.
Okay. I mean, I can roll again, but yeah, first one's better. 24.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 5 damage.
7. Okay. Yeah. So you cut him. He's still up.
I'm going to hit him with my bonus action. How's a 13?
Okay. That hits.
I got advantage, don't I? So give me 13.
I would say the second attack doesn't have advantage.
Oh,
just because, he knows you're here now and that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, that's a 4 damage.
All right. How do you want to do it?
I want to bite his throat out.
Okay. You guys see this furry, fluffy mass jump to the neck of this guy and start ripping it out from the back. Claws in. He's moving around. If he was a Titan, his weak spot has been hit. And then after the blood, he falls to his knees and then falls on his back and a head rises up, and you see just a blood-stained little kitty cat.
He'll spit his throat back at him. Not fucking food.
I like this one. He's fun.
And then I'm going to
Um,
pretend to be a cat again and saunter out.
Dipper,
I imagine the
maybe-
torch I threw is catching on fire because I imagine this place is dry as fuck.
Dipper. Maybe because of battle fatigue, but the cat just spoke. And also you smell smoke.
Okay.
Toast.
Just so you know. Okay, combat's over. What you guys doing?
The trident is thrown at the dude's body on the ground because that was what I was gonna do next. I have a 20-foot range, so I throw that trident. I throw that trident right at the body.
Hey, you did it! You did good, buddy.
Hey, Tabaxi, is that all of them? Don't just saunter away.
The place is on fire. If we didn't get them all, they'll all die.
You
All right.
you could talk.
I'm limping along because I'm pretty hurt.
You could
He's just limping.
You
Yeah.
could talk. And I go pick up my trident and make sure I've got all my stuff.
Yeah.
Just gotta watch it burn.
Is there anything else we want to grab off this ship before we go?
Look, if you want to go down, I'm not going to pull you out when the ship has to go up.
I'll check if there's a captain's quarters real quick, but that way I'm topside.
All right, I'll pat this guy down real quick. Does he have anything on him?
Yeah, 3 copper and 1 silver.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And the sword he had on him.
Oh, what kind of sword is it?
Scimitar.
Scimitar? I'll take that too.
Lucas will go ahead and is there like an area that would be a captain's quarters?
Yeah.
Lucas will dash up that way.
All right. Dipper and Trunk, what are you guys doing?
I'm leaving.
I am
You guys
too.
leaving? All right, you get to the captain's quarters. The door is locked.
He will
There is a window.
He will look at the window and then shout entropy again and shoot it with a blast of necrotic energy.
Yeah. If it busts open, you can climb in there.
Oh yeah. And then I'm just gonna do a real quick investigation check just to see if I see anything that's worth taking.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Not bad. 12.
12. There's some obvious things. There is a nice pair of shoes. Clearly didn't belong to this guy. A little too small for him. But they look like kind of like dress shoes, like brown dress shoes. There is a small pile of like golden trinkets, not necessarily gold, but golden trinkets. Belt buckles, earrings, look like pommels for swords, that kind of stuff. Okay.
I'm just shoving
and
this
then-
other bag I have right now full of stuff.
On his desk, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, that's not good for me. But it's not a bad roll. I'll take a 16.
16's pretty good. You're familiar with these schematics.
Oh, what is
This looks like part of an idea you had at one point. This looks like the arm of something that you designed.
I'm rolling it up and shoving it in the bag.
Your signature's on it.
Oh. We killed everyone, right? Yeah, we killed everyone. I will roll it back up, get a little bit like look around one last time just to see if there's anything I might have missed.
Nope.
Then I'm diving out and I will follow them off the ship.
All right, you dive out, and the ship is covered in flames.
Oh,
This is dry wood.
yeah, that's fair. Ah! And then starts running towards the edge.
Yeah, give me a dexterity saving throw.
7.
That's nice. I like that. That's cool.
Me too.
On the way off the ship, I will have also patted down the other three guys. I didn't crawl up to the crow's nest or whatever.
Okay. You take 1 point of fire damage.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'm
Barely hit by these flames. The other guys would have had a total of 12 silver and 16 copper. And then one dagger, and the captain had a flintlock musket with him.
Yeah, I'll take it all.
Okay. You guys get off the ship. Now people are starting to look at the ship.
Question for
I'll yell fire a couple times.
Roy.
Yeah, fire,
Roy-
fire, and then I'll kind of gesture for us all to start jogging down the street.
I will follow. Roy, are you holding the stuff that you just pulled out? Are you holding that out right now?
No, so I have a basic military rucksack.
Okay.
And
so
I've shoved a
everything's
lot
in
of it
there
in
right
there.
now.
Yeah, I would have put the scimitar through my belt loop.
That's fair. I just needed to know if Lucas saw a firearm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's in the bag.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, sure.
Is there any water near the boat? I know it's not like a boat, but is there water nearby?
There is not.
Okay. I'll just
Real
follow
dry
Roy.
dock.
I'll follow Roy.
Okay. You guys head into the crowd, separated from this event. Where are you going?
Is the cat with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we
Yeah.
as we're
I'm
jogging
really
away.
hurt, so I gotta cling to you guys. So
Yep. All right.
All
As
the
we're jogging away,
walking-
I'll kind of slow down eventually as we mingle with the crowd. Give it a nice look around. Is anyone actually looking at us?
You notice one person looking at you.
Who is it?
It would be Nada, a decent distance away, keeping her distance.
I'll give her a nod, and then I'll direct my gang of creatures into the nearest tavern.
Okay.
While we go, I'm gonna have my arm around Dipper, and I'll go, "Hey, do you want your clothes fixed? Because I can probably get those fixed for you, lickety split. I just need a couple components, you know."
What's a component? I just use needle and thread.
Oh, okay. See, okay. So I'm what one would refer to as a spellcaster. I can do the magic stuff.
Oh,
you know,
you're a
artificing.
magician, like in the picture books. Can you cast spells? There's so many.
Lucas gets visibly angry for a moment before like calming himself back down and close enough. Yeah. Well, I guess, but I need, you know how like magicians need wands and things like that. I need some things too. If we can get our hands on those, I can make it look like those clothes of yours have never been torn.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. I had to use a handkerchief for this one, and I point at my pants that have like the different colored hankies sewing up the tears. Okay. Hey, I don't know about you, but I think the cat followed us, and he doesn't look so good.
Yeah. Don't worry.
You can do
I
what you
think-
did to me.
I only have a limited amount of that kind of magic. You know, can't do your tricks too often, or else people get used to them.
But if you don't do it often enough, people could die and not see your next show.
I totally agree. I'm just out of it for the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. As soon as we get rested down, I'll have access to that again. And if anything happens, I've got my eye on you. All right.
But I want you to have your eye on him.
I have my eyes on everyone.
You can talk. I turned to. I can't believe they taught you how to speak. That's really impressive.
I learned quickly.
Cool. Do you have a name? I was gonna name you, but I don't know.
The lady that raised me called me Chunk.
Yeah, you definitely look like a honkin' chonker if I say so myself. Well, Chunk, my name is Dipper. Dipper Orion. Let's get you cleaned up a little bit and
Just covered in blood and viscera.
yeah. Is there
At
any
least try and wrap up these wounds.
is there any
Yes.
water nearby? Like
They are selling water at the in this tavern.
oh, I don't have money.
Roy?
I was muted. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
While this is all happening, as I was saying to my muted self, Roy goes up to the counter and I'm going to order everyone an ale and whatever lunch that they're serving. How much will that cost me?
Oh, it's muted. There he goes.
Oh, God's
I was
muted.
drinking, so
Yep.
yeah. I
That's
was,
fair. That's fair.
for what? For waters?
No, I'm going to order. You know what? I'll get 2 waters, 4 ales, and then a lunch for all of us.
All right, 2 waters, be a copper a piece. 4 ales, that would be 5 copper a piece, and then lunch for everybody will be 2 copper a piece.
5 copper a piece. What kind of ale is this?
What's ale?
We go through a lot, supply and demand.
Uh-huh. Okay. How about 2 ales and I'll give you 3 copper.
That's fine.
Okay, so then 3 copper for both of them.
Yep.
So that's 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, and oh God, math. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 copper. Will do. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
you guys
find
are
us-
served at your table.
Yeah, I'll find us a nice little booth in the back and kind of shove everybody in there.
Thanks, Roy, and I'll take one of the mugs of water, and I'm going to grab a piece of cloth and start trying to wipe the cat down.
Can you check yourself, or do you want me to check you?
Well,
I say
check
this to
myself.
Chunk.
Me. If you don't mind, it shot me.
Here, let me look. I'll do a medicine check on him. How's he doing? See if I can help.
Yeah.
I got 3 of 10 health.
I will
Ooh, he's not
I'm
doing so hot.
hurt pretty bad.
I will assist by doing the cat like the scrunching under his chin that thing that cats like. I'll just be like, "It's okay, buddy. I know it hurts, but he's gonna
Which
help
chin?
you." Yeah.
So with my 15 medicine check, does that tell me is the bullet still in him? Did he break any bones?
He sprained a couple ribs. The bullet's not in him. It did leave. And because it just glanced, the bullet did. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so it just glanced. Does he need stitches or anything?
No, just probably pressure.
Okay, all right. We'll get you cleaned up here in just a second. I'll take a drink. I have water for. I have a. Chunk, do you drink?
I guess.
Here.
Doesn't everyone drink?
Uh,
How are you supposed to live if you don't drink?
Here's a water for you.
It's been a long day. I'll take whatever you give me.
What's
Here.
this? What's this other stuff?
It's called alcohol. I'm sure you know what that is.
Oh, well, normally a cleaning.
Well, you
take a
can also
sip.
drink it too.
It's
His,
just
eyes
ale.
go-
It's not very good for cleaning.
his eyes go wide. This is the best thing I've ever taken.
Maybe you
what
can
we
get
need.
yourself. Here, you can have this one or whatever. You all can drink it. I need a
Wait minute,
moment.
wait a minute. Did you say you got shot?
That's what that sound was earlier.
Did they have a gun?
I don't know. I didn't see one. I saw.
I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't take it from him,
Fuck.
and the place is on fire now.
Oh, it's too late. I'll make one later.
I mean, it's not in very good shape. She can have this one, and I'll hand him the gun that the captain had. I assume, what is it, like a flintlock pistol or something?
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I can make this work.
yeah,
And
here.
I'm going to
He didn't
start
have
to.
he didn't have any ammo on him.
I'm gonna start like looking at it where it's broken, and then immediately realize I don't currently have any of my tools, and just kind of like later.
Well, I don't know about you fellas, but I don't have a ride off this planet anymore. And I don't know about those mermaid people, but I don't think they would let me on their boat.
Didn't Roy tell us about the deal?
Or takes a long drag from his tankard. Yes, the whole reason why we did that. Sorry, I jumped the gun. By the way, I saw the opportunity and I took it.
It's a good opportunity.
Regardless, we do have a backup plan. God, well, essentially, we were hired to kill those people. You less so, Chunk, but you're welcome to come along. Regardless, we killed them, and now we have another position open on a more well. Honestly, I didn't check the ship, but after the impression that captain gave us and the impression that this other lady gave us, I have a much higher opinion on this next ship that we're going to go to.
If it means anything, I was kind of looking for an excuse the whole time to start stabbing people.
Yeah.
You you guys planned on doing that from the start, didn't you?
No,
Well, I did. You don't get this far without you don't get that far with the belt benders without, stabbing a few people.
Oh, what?
I was just hoping to get on a ship and get out of here.
What did you just say?
I said you don't get very far with the belt benders without stabbing a few people.
You know you're with the belt benders?
Without. I just needed a way off my planet, if I'm gonna be completely honest. And the fit though.
Do I believe the cut of this man's jib?
Insight, I guess.
Show your jib. Yeah, insight.
Jib check.
Roll the 17.
15.
I seem pretty honest.
Yeah,
it was more of a. Don't get me wrong.
But like, do you seem like honest, or do you seem like honest because you got lucky?
No, I do seem honest. Like, it's like, it was more of like I wanted to get off the planet. Mind you, some of their technology, some of the best stuff I've ever seen. It was really impressive. But they're a bit. What's the term that one would remind me? This is for God. Are the belt benders slavers?
They can be. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit intense.
I hate those guys.
Yeah.
They suck.
Yeah,
They're
rough
the
time with
worst.
Rough time with them.
Do you not know your history? I thought you were a smart magician.
I was only with the belt benders for like a couple months.
Ugh, we're gonna have to fix you. You've been reconditioned. Look at this.
I am not that far from stabbing people.
I look up at Roy. This is what a failing education system can do.
To look directly at Roy with a looking for approval in my eyes.
Why are you asking me? And stop stabbing people. Who are the belt benders?
They're a bunch of raiders.
Yeah, that's a very, very loaded term.
Stupid little gnomes think they're better than everybody, and
they're pretty good at technology. I've got to give them that.
And I'll tell you what, as a former belt maker, nothing irks me more than somebody who can't respect a good belt and has to go out of the way bending them all the time.
When you say you make belts, is that a literal thing, or is
Yes.
this like a?
You're
You know
look.
they don't actually bend belts, right?
You know nothing. Your propaganda has gotten too far into that little head of yours. Don't worry, I can make sure you're better. Anyway, yes, you're looking at the former owner and operator of Orion's Belts. I
Oh my
happen to
fucking god!
I happen to make me and my pappy Big Dipper. I am Dipper Junior, but a lot of people just called me Lil Dipper. Um, we used to make belts all the time, and then I got the business and I ran it for a while, and I decided I have another, I don't know, half of my life to go, and I never went anywhere, never saw anything, and I decided to retire. I sold my business to a family member, pretty good belt maker himself, and I sold my house. I pretty much decided to see the stars. Took everything I would ever need with me. And I untie my little handkerchief, and you see some small rolled up different, like maybe one or two changes of clothes, and like some belt buckles, some really nice looking belt buckles of different designs for different occasions. And this is all a man like me ever needs. Well, of course, ingredients for soup, as I point at the empty cauldron. I can make I can make pretty mean soup if you guys ever have enough food. But
I'm
yeah,
sure we can find something lying around.
but that's me. That's my life story. No weird relatives. No crazy plot twists or anything of that nature. What about you guys? You guys seem pretty straight edge, except the belt bender protege over there. And I tie
By
up
the
my
way, I'm not
handkerchief.
gonna bend your belts.
No, cause I'll beat you. Anyway, your story? Anyone?
You want my story?
Sure.
I'll look at all three of them.
There we go.
Oh shit. What's the I'm sure I mean everybody would know. I was with the Rangers for the past 10 years.
Oh, that explains a little bit.
The
What are the
Rangers being
Rangers?
so the Rangers I give Lucas a dubious look. The the inner the inner system military.
Oh, that would explain why I wouldn't know who the hell that is.
No.
Personally,
Yep.
I'm from Felk. That's outer planetary system. That's actually why I had to deal with the belt benders to get this side of the belt.
Regardless, yes. Well, the Rangers are a special branch of the inner system military. And I was with them for the past 10 years. I don't fit in here anymore. So I want to leave.
Thank you for your service.
I don't want to blatantly ignore you. I will give you like a really weird look. Almost like a cringe.
Well, support our troops.
Right. Anyway,
What is
what
the
about
purpose of the Rangers? Is it like the Sentinels?
who are the Sentinels? This is I assume Roy would know who the Sentinels are.
Give me a history check.
Yeah, let me see. Maybe not. 15?
15. Yeah, the Sentinels are a defense system from the stuff from beyond the outer ring.
Ah.
Yeah,
Think like it's kind of like that, except instead of it being ancient lost technology. It's people.
That's weird.
Yeah, tends to get more bloody.
I'm not really used to that. The only like blood conflicts we have are when people try and invade our planet.
Oh, that happens here too.
Right, but so just to get this right, you are a specific group of people that fights things that invade your planet?
It's not just this planet. It's all of the inner system stars.
All of it? Really weird. Yeah, no, if our planet gets invaded, we just dogpile them until, we knock them down.
Wow, you've been everywhere, haven't you?
Not really.
I've been to places.
Wow. That's kind of what I want to do. Go places and see things.
This is definitely the better way to do it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. So far, I just, participated in my first homicide, but they were wanted criminals. So I guess it's bounty hunting? I don't know.
Yeah.
I still feel weird about it. Like, my hand is doing this weird twitchy thing when I don't move it, and I've got the jitters. But
Here, I will go ahead and pull out my jar. I will look at everybody in the room for a moment just to make sure nobody's looking. I will pull out one mushroom. Here, this will help. Trust me.
oh, but I'm not hungry.
No. It's like it helps the brain.
Yeah, but food helps my brain when I'm hungry.
It's not food. Well, it is food.
But yeah,
Eat the shroom.
No, stop.
Put it back.
Stop making me do things. I never took anything. Man, this guy's weird.
He's eccentric. What about you, Cat?
As I'm still, just holding my wound on my side, like there, there's not much to talk about me. I grew up on the streets. Greta took me in. She thought I was just a cat, so I used that to my advantage. And well, she's not around. But some people took her. Said she's Greta the Butcher now. Committed her to death.
Would that be familiar to us in recent events?
Check.
History?
Yeah.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20. But 13?
No, nothing coming. Nothing really comes to mind. Maybe you saw it in a newspaper. Roy, you would know that she was arrested for like the cannibalism of several people and children.
Hey, I mean, being a butcher is a good line of work. I guess her services were very high in demand. So
I'll give. I'll just look at Chuck mortified.
Look, she was nice to me, and what more can you? The world's not a nice place, and like I said, she was nice to me.
Right. Well. Anyway, I'll just very awkwardly turn away from Chuck.
I wonder when the food's ready. Didn't you order?
Oh my God! Is that a cat? Oh.
I'm going to give some big puppy dog eyes.
Oh my God! You're so. Are you hurt? Oh, can I hold him?
Sure.
Oh.
Just watch out for the little wound. He kind of had an accident today, and we're trying to figure out how to get him patched up.
Oh no! Here, have one of these. And she gives you a little berry.
Sweet. I'll eat the berry.
It's pretty good.
I bet. Does it heal 1 health?
It does. She
It
says,
does.
hopefully that helps you, Schnookums. Oh, she
I won't
squeezes you.
purr.
Now, you've been squeezed before.
Oof.
But, like, one, you're in so much fucking pain. And
I
two,
won't
it's like,
squeak then.
she's packing a punch with this squeeze. And if you guys could see him go blue, you would. But you can't. But there is like a wheeze of like gasping for breath for a split second as she chokes the life out of him.
Uh-huh.
She kind of sits you back on the table. And then she pinches your cheeks, and you've had your cheeks pinched.
Yeah.
But this time it's like almost peeling your face off. So, oh, you're just so cute. Your face is almost numb now as she lets go, and blood starts to like rush to it.
Yeah.
What's his name?
This is Chunk.
Oh, and she does the whole cycle again, squeezing you half to death, pinching your cheeks, and then she pulls out another berry. You want another one? You've been so good.
Yes, I will eat the other berry.
Man, he really likes
You
those.
say that? Or
No.
Oh, okay,
No.
sorry. Your voice got deep, and I was like, wait. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. So you heal another point. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go get my friends. Give me 1 second. Your food's on its way. You guys ordered the appetizers, right?
Well, I don't know what we got, but I know that I'm hungry.
Whatever you're serving for lunch.
What
Lunch.
appetizer?
Oh. Oops. I think I got the tickets confused. Okay, there might be a little bit of extra. That'll be on me as long as I can hold this little kitty cat.
Yeah, he
Give a
likes
nice
you.
little meow.
He likes you.
And she picks him up and she starts to take him to the back.
Yes.
I'm gonna look over at Dipper. What does she mean extra?
Money.
Money? Maybe she gave him the prices for the wrong kind of food, and he paid for it, but he meant to order something else, and he was told what the price was. And normally, certain places would try and be like, well, we'll just have you pay us the rest of the money, but she is being a good patron and saying she will eat the cost of her mistakes as long as we give something in return, which is chonk services.
Right, but extra food?
I mean,
How does that work?
Money.
have you not been in a restaurant before?
Do you know what money
What?
is?
I don't really use money so much where we're from.
Right,
but
he's a
bartering, I
belt.
understand
He
the
was
concept.
with the belt
Right.
benders. They don't have human decency.
I
They
wasn't
just-
with the belt benders. I was on Felg. It's different. Felg is a trash planet. Okay, I understand the concept of money, and I understand bartering, but I don't understand extra food.
No, she wasn't saying extra food. She was saying extra. It would cost us extra money to get the food that I originally ordered.
So extra food is brought to the table. What you guys ordered, and then a handful of appetizers. Imagine like wonton tacos brought to the table for
Okay, I guess
everyone.
it is extra food.
Chunk is missing, and the feast is before you.
As soon as Roy says that, I'm going to say, "What do you mean? This is food?"
Yes, so we eat this. You can eat it too.
He just stares confused at the food.
I demonstrate eating as I pick up a wonton taco and eat it.
He gets infuriated. I know how eating works, but where's the mold?
We don't do mold here.
But that's the good stuff.
You
No.
can ask. Well, they usually have mold on cheese. I think
What's cheese?
it's like a
food.
This is a farming planet. It's made from milk from a cow. You know what milk is?
Oh,
All right. So
I'm gonna take
mammals.
one of these
Oh God,
things.
I'm not the person to explain this.
I know what a mammal is, for fuck's sake. And I'm going
I'm
to grab one of
starting-
these.
You're lucky I
things.
grew up on a farm. Jesus,
I'm
and then
starting to
start-
think that he's not a magician.
he's.
I'm going to take one of these things and just like nibble on it. You guys have this like every day?
No, I don't eat wonton tacos every day. That's usually a Tuesday thing.
You have this every Tuesday?
Well, not every Tuesday, but most Tuesdays. Sometimes I'm like,
Notably, today is Tuesday.
He's just like enamored. I, food can taste like this?
food can taste like a lot of things. Hey, what's your favorite thing?
Jeans?
I don't know what those taste like, but if I knew, I could make that taste like that.
Did you mean my favorite food?
Well, yeah, we're talking about food.
Probably like probably that blue bread stuff. It's like bread. The bread, it's like that soft stuff. We get it really rarely when something crash lands on the planet, and sometimes they'll have it, and it'll have like some blue mold on it. It's really good. This is
I have not eaten blue mold, but what I have eaten is some of my favorite soup, and I will prestigitate that next bite of his meal to taste not like a wonton taco, but like some of my very creamy potato soup.
would Lucas recognize the spell?
Do you have the spell?
I don't have it, but it is on the artificer list. If that matters.
I would say no.
Okay. Okay. And I'll take a bite and then just kind of like go comatose for a minute.
Now,
This is a
normally,
dream.
Dipper,
Right?
I think you're broken.
This is a dream.
normally that flavor isn't as crunchy and chewy. It's usually soft and creamy and a liquid that you can eat.
He just like looks down at it, looks up at you, looks at Roy. Is he fucking with me?
No, he's not. Welcome to civilization, buddy. I'll pat the kobold on the back.
Those belt benders did a number to him. What a
It wasn't
troubled youth.
Was it the damn belt benders? Whatever. He's just gonna start eating eating multiple of these at a time.
I hope Chunk's okay. We haven't heard from him in a while.
I'm sure he's fine.
His
A
Discord
couple
might be
hours
out.
go by,
Yeah.
and eventually Chunks like wobbles back to the room, or not the room, the your guys' table. His face is stained red, and he looks, he looks satisfied. Probably a little like puffier than normal.
Yeah,
Definitely taking like heavy steps.
That better
am I
not.
healed up, sir?
You are healed up fully, yes.
Thank you.
That better be
By the
good berry
way,
juice.
Hey,
what's a
that's
good berry?
Yeah, what are those? 'Cause I haven't had them, but he sure likes cat treats. I should ask that lady what she gets them from. I stand up and I go try to find that lady.
Right.
Okay.
Hang on, Dipper. Wait. Let's. It's been a few hours. Now that you're back and you look a lot better. I'll look there, buddy. I mean, we should probably meet up with the person who hired us. I think the
Yes.
heat most likely would have died down, and we should be able to slip out of here now.
Makes sense. Before we go, real quick, I'm gonna open up the bag that I took, and I'm going to remove my magical tinkering for a minute. I'm gonna show the name to Roy. Does this name mean anything to you?
I'll look at it, and I'll
It
look
does not.
back at the kobold. Yeah, no.
Okay, don't think it's important. And then I will not prestidigitate, magical tinker my name back over it and close it. Well, I think it's been a fairly productive day for me. I've gotten good food. I found one of my schematics. This is a good day.
Hey,
Right.
lady. Hey, lady.
Yeah. How can I help you?
That cat loves whatever you gave him, and it helped with his little accident too. What are those?
The merchant who sold them to us said that they are good berries.
Really? Oh, you got it from a merchant? I was wondering
Yeah.
if I could learn how to find them. Like,
I
but
don't
if
know. They seem to be really trying to push like selling the plant themselves. They're just really expensive. But it's like a
What?
meal inside of a berry.
Really? So that wasn't a cat treat? That was like people food?
It sure was.
Have you eaten it before?
Yeah, I have like one a day, and it kind of stops
Whoa.
the snack.
Really? Do you have one? Could I have it?
You see like an awkward face of like, I don't want to share this with you pop up. And she says, "Oh, well,
I mean,
if you were a cat, sure."
if I gave you another 5 minutes with my cat, would you give me one?
Um,
I mean, we're about to leave the planet. You ain't gonna get a big honking chonker like him again.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I can sell you one.
How much?
It's just a silver piece.
Okay, don't go anywhere unless it's to go get that berry. And I start running back to the table. Roy, 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 do
What?
you have another silver piece? I'll pay you back, I swear.
You know we're leaving, right?
Please, it's important.
Make
Also,
a persuasion check.
also, Chunk, I need your assistance as well. It'll only take 5 minutes.
Hey,
God,
I'll hop down.
7. I rolled a 2.
I'll give him a silver piece.
Thank you.
Just pitiful attempt.
Yes. Okay, Chunk, come with me. And I take Chunk back to the lady. Okay, you get 1 silver piece and 5 minutes with my cat, and then we're going with that berry. Thank you.
She takes the cat. She hands you the berry.
I
She
eat it
says,
immediately, and I spend every second I'm chewing trying to memorize the flavor. The whole
Okay.
time.
"Yeah." Okay. She says words to you, but you're too hyper focused on the flavor,
Mm.
the flavor town.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Oh.
but Tonks, you hear that she talks about the great repository that sells these plants
Mm.
to different planets and ships.
Mm. Mm.
Okay.
Savory. That's
um,
really good.
5 minutes goes by. Your life force. Oh, and Chunks, you've been fed more good berries since then. Like
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah. Loving it.
Yeah. But yeah, 5 minutes goes by and you guys are ready to head out.
Yeah.
All right,
I
are you
guess so.
done?
Yeah, I will never forget this. And honestly, we're gonna see more of these in our future. I promise.
Right. Let's go.
Cool. Man, I'm not hungry anymore. Did we get a doggy bag or like a to-go box for the rest of that food?
No.
That's not a good idea. I should go get one. Hold on. And I
No.
I waste another 3 minutes bagging up anything we didn't eat and putting it in my empty cauldron.
All right. Everything has at least one bite in it from Lucas. But yeah, you bag everything up. Roy watches you, eagerly ready to go.
As he's coming
Um,
back, I'm gonna look over at Roy. Are all of halflings like that?
You know, I think so.
Weird people.
All right. Can we finally leave?
Yeah?
Roy, as the day has progressed, Roy is just like, so he started out and he looked very tired as the day began. It's just been like the bags are getting deeper. As like his whole demeanor, he's starting to slouch a little bit. As the sun is starting to go down, Roy's just getting, he's just like, I don't know, his whole physical form seems to slouch and go down with the suns.
Man, you need some sleep.
Let's just get out of here.
where are you guys heading to?
Oh, we're going to dock J817.
Okay. Yeah. we will pick up there next time with you guys' arrival.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes.